Welcome to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. And as you can see, I'm back here behind the barn, got the skating rink. I want to point out this old tree back here because my niece one time was back here and she was having a blast climbing tree, and she decided she was done, and then no, I'm going to go up that one last limb. And as she climbed up that one last limb, she startled a raccoon inside the limb, and the raccoon came out and she fell out of the tree and she actually hurt herself. She said, I should have stopped when I did. I want to read for you from Proverbs 25:16. It says, if you find honey, eat just enough, too much of it, and you will vomit. What does that mean? Sometimes we need to know when to call it quits. Sometimes a good thing, we can have too much of it and it can hold us back from doing what we need to do, whether it be skating on the pond, tobogganing, whatever. I've been out on the pond longer than what I should before and actually explored and went and fell in. Sometimes we don't know when to stop. On Sunday, I actually had taught this lesson to the Sunday school class, and I basically had pieces of toast. I cut the toast in 4 little squares. I put butter on it, and I said to the kids, I'm going to pour honey on it, and when you think that it's going to run over the toast, before it runs over, you tell me to stop. But if it runs over, I get to eat it. You don't get it. You know what? It was an example of sometimes we can have too much of one thing, and it's actually bad. The one kid, I give him kudos. The one kid took his toast and he pressed his thumb and made a bowl in his little square toast, and he held like 3 times the honey the rest of the kids did. You know what? Sometimes we can have too much of a good thing. I'll never forget going back to the bush and hunting, and raccoons are a real problem. And I remember we had a great day. We got some raccoons and we should have called it quits. But my dad kept pointing at this tree and his hunting partner just kept shaking his head. I was about this tall. His hunting partner says, no, there's no raccoons. Dad goes, I see a hole up there. And my dad's hunting partner said, please, Eldon, no, there's no raccoons up there. Well, next thing you know, he spurred up this tree to look in this hole. And the whole top of the tree was rotten. In fact, he got up about 40 feet in the air, and the tree, the top end, broke completely off. And he came backwards out of the tree, and he had a big thick logging coat like this, work coat like this, and the coat caught on a little maple branch, and it just set him right to the ground and broke. And as we looked up, out the top hole came these little flying squirrels, and they were gliding and flying all out of it. And once we saw he was okay, we actually teased him and said, you know what, you're very fortunate. Next time, don't try flying like the flying squirrels. You know what? Sometimes we need to know when to call it quit and leave something because it's not going to be good. Too much of a good thing can be bad. And that's been Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. Take care. God bless.